It's Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. Please make sure to like this video, share all my videos. Make sure you subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get right into it today. Markets continue to have this Santa Claus rally on the hopes and belief that the Fed is going to be cutting rates very, very soon, as shortly as March. And 2024 is going to be very, very interesting to see if we even get a rate cut or if we get multiple rate cuts. But I was reading this article this afternoon, holiday spending to be up big, even as approval of president hits new low, CNBC economic survey shows. So how many of you believe that holiday spending is going to be up big? I find this really, really hard to believe. They can tell us every day on the television that everybody's out spending. But what I'm reading and the data I'm looking at is more and more people are tapped out, more and more people living paycheck to paycheck, more and more people are losing their jobs. Yet this article today, holiday spending to be up big. Comment down below. Do you think it's going to be up big? Are people just going to continue to run up whatever's left on those credit cards? I just find it very, very hard to believe in this environment, the condition of this economy, the condition of the consumer, this so-called resilient consumer, which is not too resilient at this point, that they're spending money and that we're going to have some type of record-breaking Christmas sales. I find it hard to believe. And when you read an article, also on CNBC, FedEx shares tumble after weaker demand hits revenue outlook. So I just looked, after hours, their shares are down 8.5%. The delivery giant lowered its revenue forecast as weaker demand hit sales. So they're telling you right now that they're seeing weaker demand. They're forecasting weaker demand. Their shares after hours have tumbled 8.5% because people aren't ordering as much. They're not ordering as much on Amazon e-commerce. This is telling us right here that people are pulling back. Yet the previous article says that it's going to be up big, even though people are running out of money. People are using buy now, pay later plans. They're using credit cards. They're getting deeper into debt. But FedEx says that they see weaker demand. So who's right? U.S. economist predicts 2024 will bring biggest crash of our lifetime. Just going back really quick, this big demand for holiday Christmas shopping, this big shopping that is supposedly taking place, yet people can't even pay their student loans back. They're delinquent. We're seeing subprime auto loan delinquencies skyrocketing, credit card delinquencies skyrocketing. People now are defaulting on their homes at an alarming rate. We're seeing Chapter 7, Chapter 11 filings shooting way up. Yet people are out spending big for the holidays? I seriously doubt it. U.S. economist predicts 2024 will bring biggest crash of our lifetime. This was Harry Dent on Fox Business. Now, Harry Dent has been wrong a lot, and he has made some predictions and forecasts that I just do not believe whatsoever. He believes that gold's going to go down to $800. I don't see that happening. But he says this will be the biggest crash of our lifetime. He does make some good points at times. He has gotten a few things right. But he does see most of the damage happening in 2024. He says if you get out of the market right now, 6 to 12 months, if you get out of the market for 6 to 12 months and stuff stays at the highest valuation in history, maybe you miss a little more gains. He says if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, goes on to say, if I'm right, you're going to see massive losses and we'll be able to reinvest a year or a year and a half from now at unbelievably low prices and magnify your gains beyond compare. What do you think? Well, you look at what Warren Buffett's doing. What are they sitting on? What's Warren Buffett sitting on? About $150 billion in cash He has sold a lot of stock. And there's other big players that have sold a lot of stock who are sitting on a lot of cash. Why is Warren Buffett sitting on $150 billion in cash? What does he know? What does he believe is about to happen? Why does he need all that cash? Well, you guessed it. He's going to jump back into these markets after they crash, and he's going to buy them up for pennies on the dollar. And he's probably right. He's probably right. I think the stock market is completely overvalued at this point. I think it's very, very expensive. And I'm completely out of it. I have a few junior minors that I have, and that's purely gambling. But I will get back into these markets when the sales begin. I'm not shopping at full price, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not buying a house at full price, and I'm not buying into the stock market at full price. These things are very, very expensive right now, and it will change. And the real sales are coming. But they want to get the average consumer, average investor into these markets right now. They want you to buy a house that's overvalued. They want you to buy overvalued stocks. They want you to do this. They want you to take your cash out of your money market, and they want you to invest it in the stock market. So when they pull the rug out, they get even richer and more wealthy, and you get more poor. Be really, really careful as we enter 2024 what's coming. And just think about what could come out of left field, how quickly things can change. There are so many things that could happen now, the potential for things to come out of left field. Sell cash, buy stocks as Powell pivots, question mark. This on the Hedge today. A recent warning by Yahoo Finance warns investors to sell their cash and buy bonds and stocks now as the Fed pauses. So they're telling you, get out of cash, take advantage of the incredible things in the fixed income markets. It says here, looking at the mountain of historical evidence from both the inverted yield curves and both rate cuts, this suggests investors should be selling stocks and heading to the safety of cash. In fact, I would go even further. I would be saying the safety of gold, but I think you have to have some cash also. There's no doubt about it. Me personally, my strategy is right now is cash, gold, silver, and zero debt. And when the time is right, when the prices begin to really correct, then it's time to buy some land. It's time to buy some real estate. Lower rates have contributed to higher asset prices. However, because of the current levels of government debt and deficits, there will be less ability to foster similar levels of intervention in the financial markets and economy. So good article, check that out. And I hope everybody's doing a little bit of their own homework, doing some due diligence, reading some of this data, going through some of these articles, and just absorbing as much knowledge as you possibly can. We have access to a lot of information. We don't have to believe all the data on MSM. We don't have to believe all the data on Fox Business or CNBC. You know, you can go to the Hedge, you can go to Wolf Street, you can go to CNBC, you can go to Fox Business, you can go to all these different sites and draw your own conclusion to what's really happening here. And here's one today from wolfstreet.com, the shocking price increases of the pickup truck. Good one. If you get a few minutes, check it out. And they did a comparison of the Ford F-150 XLT and the Toyota Camry LE, the two stripped down packages of each model here. But the 2024 F-150 XLT, the base configuration is $49,615. That is just a bare bones F-150. Fully loaded, fully decked out, those trucks are $100,000+. You want the crew cab F-150 decked out, $100,000. The Toyota Camry LE, $27,500. That is a stripped down Camry. Of course, you add some bells and whistles, it gets a little bit more expensive, but not near $100,000. And it breaks down the article year over year. The XLT, the F-150 XLT, year over year has gone up 10.9%. The Toyota LE went up only 1.8%. From 2020 to here we are today, 2023, the F-150 XLT is up 39.4% in 3 years. The Camry LE is up 5.8%. Since 1990, the F-150 is up 267%. The Camry up 77%. Who in the world can buy these trucks now and even afford to put the gas in these trucks. I look at some of the big F-350s and 250 diesels, and I'm thinking, wow, 30, 40 gallon tanks. Who in the world can afford to fill these monster trucks up, let alone, just one of these little, gas F-150s? I mean, we're talking anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. And it's shocking to see year after year how the prices of these trucks continues to go up. Yet you look at the Camrys, they haven't gone up nearly as much as the pickup trucks. I drove by some of the car lots today, and they've got cars parked out on sidewalks now. The inventory of pickup trucks, cars, SUVs, wow, what a difference a year or 2 years makes. I had a dealer actually text me today, a dealer call me yesterday and leave me a message on my phone about coming down and looking at cars. Today, the text was the incentive programs that they're now giving. And so you think about a year or two ago, nobody was calling you other than to maybe, if you would sell them your vehicle so that they could turn around and flip it. There was no incentives. There were no deals. Now it's all changing. There was no inventory on the lots. You drive by any car dealer out here, there is inventory and it is beginning to pile up. And who's going to be able to buy it now with interest rates where they're at, new or used? But it is really shocking now to see the amount of inventory sitting on the lots. Going to the mall yesterday and seeing the inventory of clothing, and nobody's there. A couple hundred people maybe at the mall a week before Christmas. It's unheard of. And the people that were there, more than half were not even carrying a bag. So we are really in a different time now, and I can't even imagine what 2024 is going to look like. I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but in a way I am, because I think we're going to see some exciting times, but some very dangerous times also. It's going to be a very exciting year without a doubt, for sure. And I hope that everybody watching this video continues to prepare, because I just don't even know what to say about 2024 other than I just have a feeling that some real events are going to unfold socially, politically, economically, globally. This last article hits really home here, really pulls at my heart, because all of you know I'm an animal lover. Nuggets around here, snorting around here someplace. But this article, why are California's animal shelters killing so many pets? And disturbing, it really is. California's government funded shelters, which, by the way, our governor issued I believe it was last year, a couple years ago, issued $50 million to help fund our animal shelters. And there's been a lot of money given to the animal shelters here. But as you know, with bureaucracy and anything the government does, it usually gets messed up. But California's government-funded animal shelters, which claim to be models of compassion, but really are killing fields that euthanize many healthy adoptable animals. In Orange County, California, they built a $35 million facility, opened up in Tustin, the city of Tustin. News reports called it a 5-star resort for animals. They had 140 people working there. I think they had about 400 volunteers. The kill rate was double. It was doubled this year compared to 2018. So with all this money, with all these tools, with all these shelters, why are they killing so many animals here in California? They say in the article that they make it very difficult. You need an appointment to see animals. There's certain types of mandates and protocols before you can come in and look at an animal. So you have these requirements just to look at an animal. You have to have an appointment and other requirements in order to come look at an animal and adopt an animal. So why not open the doors and just let people come in? Why not make it more affordable to adopt an animal? Why not have some incentives to adopt an animal? They're spending tens of millions of dollars, according to this article, studying the problem of euthanasia with animals. It says here, you can do it for a lot less by just asking an animal lover how to reduce euthanasia. And I believe that wholeheartedly. So why are we not doing a better job? Again, you know, all this money, where does it go? All the bureaucracy, all the restrictions, all the rules, got to have an appointment. Why not just incentivize people to adopt these animals? Why not open the doors? Why not spend the money wisely? It's just a shame that how much money goes to waste, how much money is just probably gone to theft, and how many cats and dogs and animals have lost their lives that were completely healthy and adoptable and just wanted a loving family. So, you know, as we enter the holidays here, make sure you're taking care of your animals. Make sure that if you have the means, the ability, that we're helping the homeless, that we're helping the animals at the shelters. There's a lot of homeless people that have dogs. Make sure that maybe you can help them out, you know, with some food for their dogs. Maybe you can help the homeless people out with a meal. You know, it just, this time of year, there's just, it makes you think how blessed we are to be able to speak to one another, to take care of our animals, to have a roof over our head, to be able to eat, and just to be able to have some comforts. But we have got to recognize and be conscious that there's millions of people and millions of animals out there that don't have the same luxury as you do or I. So make sure you're checking on loved ones, family, friends. The suicide rates are skyrocketing this time of year. Drug use, alcoholism, domestic abuse. It's all happening right now. And people also, next year in 2024, are going to come to a realization of how much trouble they're in, because they're going to continue to party this holiday season. They're going to continue to run up the credit cards. They're going to continue to buy things they can't afford. And in 2024, the game is over for a lot of people. It was already over for a lot of people in 2023. In 2024, a lot more people are going to realize that the game is over and that they're in big trouble. And if you're not sticking to the plan right now, ladies and gentlemen, paying off the debt, putting the cash reserves away, making sure you have security, making sure you have food and water, making sure that you continue to absorb knowledge, making sure that you're getting your body and your spirit in the best shape possible, you're going to lose. You really are. I mean, this is not a football game or a basketball game or a baseball game. This is real life, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a real life game here. And I don't know about you, comment down below. Do you just can you just feel that there are some big events coming in 2024? I mean, 2023 should have woken up a majority of this country, which it did not do. People are still in la-la land. They're still in fantasy land. They're still denying it. They don't want to hear about the negativity. They don't want to hear about reality. That's okay for them. I live in the real world. You live in the real world. We're going to continue to deal with the real world. And we're going to continue to prepare. So comment down below. What are some of the things you believe we're going to see in 2024? I really want to know, what do you think we're going to see in 2024? Is there war coming to America? A depression coming to America? Are there going to be cyber attacks, natural disasters, man-made disasters? What do you think is coming to America? Are we going to see something out of left field hit America? I want to know what you think. So many people read the comments. You've opened up so many minds. You've made so many people think. So comment down below. I want to know your thoughts. What do you see? What is your forecast for 2024? I'm going to leave it there today. God bless every one of you. And make sure you take a minute tonight and thank God for everything you have, because you are 100% blessed. Have a wonderful evening. As always, I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you.